Greetings to you all. This is your brother Ambrose Weda, Esq.Lawyer, lawyer, author, and mentor. Thank you so much for tuning into the Greatness School YouTube channel, where iron sharpens iron. If you find the videos useful and sharpening, I request that you subscribe by clicking the subscribe button, then turn on the notification for any incoming videos by hitting the notification bell. Like it, recommend it to a friend, and give us your feedback and suggestions for improvement by commenting below. Thank you so much and welcome. Welcome to the Greatness Talk today. Today we want to look at how to be an articulate and eloquent lawyer in court. Being articulate is the ability to express your ideas effectively. Being eloquent is using the language competently. The main duty of a lawyer is representation. And the main place where this representation is displayed is in court, especially court lawyers, court-going lawyers. And the top skill required is power of eloquence, being articulate, ability to talk, ability to express ideas, ability to persuade in furtherance of your client's interest. How do you become eloquent, articulate? 10 keys that will enable you being eloquent, being articulate. Number 1. You start from the mastery of the subject. Here you have wide and relevant knowledge of the matter at hand and generally in the course of your engagement. You know well what you are talking about. You know the facts of the case, policy, procedure, law, precedent, all the things that relate to the case you are dealing with, and other similar cases that have dealt with the subject matter under contention. You master the subject so much that you are able to crystallize relevant and useful points. You are able to articulate the key areas that will give you victory. Mastery gives you confidence. Mastery also makes people have confidence in you and in what you are saying. Mastery also gives you authenticity and attracts attention. You become credible, hence believable. So the first step in eloquence, in being clear, in being articulate, is mastery of the subject. Number 2, understand the court. The court is the subject of persuasion. It's the person being addressed. Know exactly who you are addressing. And you structure your address according to the court. And the court here means the individual person presiding. Whether one judge, 2 judges, a full bench, you know who exactly, you know their psychology, their temperament, their prejudice, their learning, you know things about them. This is what will give you knowledge of how to persuade them. Look at their age, their beliefs, their levels of knowledge, their philosophy. Look at the philosophy, the understanding, the prejudice of the court may have, the age, the emotions. This should be of interest. And when you get the court clear, you understand the court well, you'll fashion your speech in a way that is interesting and interests that court. You are able to draw his or her full attention and interest. And therefore, you get into a frequency that synchronizes with the court itself. So second, understand the court. Don't just walk in and talk to before a judge or a magistrate or a person chairing a tribunal without knowing understanding their psychology. That would be a big mistake. Number 3, master the medium of delivery. Master the medium of delivery. Speak in the language you know well, and speak that language well. If it is English, speak in correct English, crisp English, clear English, good sentences, phrases. Display language mastery. To do this, you expand your word power. Use simple words, short sentences, but picked out words. Words that match the occasion, words that match the court, words that match the subject. They carry clearly what you want to display, because the language is the medium through which you deliver. They are like containers. They contain your message. So you must have a clear mastery of the medium of delivery. You are able to describe things clearly, well, nicely, properly. Number 4, structure your speech. Always speak in a structured manner, not general up and down, here and there. You can notice that this video is being structured in a way that you speak of number 1, number 2, number 3, going on, and then one point follows the other in a way that they should work. So you structure the speech. Always make it orderly. Introduction, summary of what you are saying, the gist, the key points, the conclusion, and the review. Structure, design an attractive introduction. Get keywords to put in main themes. It is always best when it is structured in point form. It's also advisable to have notes. It's not a competition. You will not be penalized for having notes. Notes in terms of points, not a speech to read. Never read a speech in court, but have points that remind you, that lead you, that prompt you to make arguments in a way that is persuasive. Never speak in a mixed up manner. Number 5, mind your diction. Diction is the choice and use of words and phrases in speech or writing. Choose words carefully. Choose phrases carefully. Appropriate words for the appropriate occasion. Clear words, attractive words, persuasive words, correct pronunciations. Speak at reasonable pace, variations, diction. Number 6, dress appropriately. You dress for where you are going. Not my dress, my choice. You dress according to where you are going. Remember, you are seen before you are heard. Your dressing should match the occasion. If you are going to court, dress in a way that shows you are going to court and you are in court. Look like what you are saying. Official dressing is the easiest point to start from. Observe necessary dress code if one has been prescribed. Never depart from the dress code, because before you are heard, you are seen. And when you are not dressed appropriately, prejudice forms almost immediately, and that prejudice is against you and then against your client. You will be judged before you are heard. I recommend immaculate official dressing when going to court. It presents seriousness, marked with clear speech, point form, structured, and mastery of the subject. You become eloquent. Number 7, always exude confidence. Speak with authority. As you project mastery, project a clear tone, relaxed but official tone, serious tone. Talk loud enough to be heard, appropriate for the occasion, for the distance, for the circumstances. And as you talk, look sincere. Believe what you are saying. That is what makes you believable. Present a picture that you know and believe what you're saying. Look respectful and in a way that you're also respected. Confidence, exude confidence. When you talk with confidence, when you exude confidence, people, the court, is likely to believe what you are saying. Number 8, rehearse. There's a distinction between rehearsing and practicing. Rehearse is to go through the way you are going to deliver the speech. But before rehearsal, practice your speech in your mind. Roll it out in the mind. Practice how you are going to introduce it, how you are going to set key points. Speak to yourself or with others. Prompt us. If you have your notes, please revise them. Revise and go through them. Add, underline, remove some things. Structure the notes as you rehearse. And then, if you have opportunity before prompters or before a mirror, go through the speech as if you are going through it before the court. That is what is called rehearsal. Do not take for granted the part that rehearsal plays. And in all this, fit it within the time the court will allow you. Number 9, time your speech. Fit it within the time prescribed. Don't go too far beyond the time. You may be interrupted and you get confused. Or do not take too little of that time that you look fake, that you look like the case you have built is not enough. The time given is almost equivalent to the case you have to put. So fit within the time, plus or minus 5 minutes. That latitude you will get. Polish up the speech to fit the time. Avoid long and windy speech. Of the time provided, I recommend that you take only up to 70%, not the whole time. And only in rare occasions should you request for extra time, unless part of the time you are given was taken up by the court through forms of interruption, or you are interrupted by your colleagues, then you can request. But otherwise, fit within the time. Number 10, enjoy your speech. Enjoy what you're saying. Let it be enjoyable. Feel it in your spirit, in your soul. If you find it boring, it will be boring to the other fellows. Deliver to your best. And always keep attention. See if the court is being attentive, the court is listening, the court is taking in. If the court looks bored and unattentive, change tact, change tune. And always end your speech with a peak performance, a peak word, a peak point. In conclusion, allow me to quote prominent American theologian and Presbyterian minister. It's called Lyman Beecher. He said this, and I quote, "Eloquence is logic on fire." End of quote. Thank you so much, and God bless you.